Here's a story inspired by the title. A human scout ship alters the universe forever. The Erebus was the pride of humanity's fledgling interstellar fleet, sleek, fast, and brimming with cutting-edge technology. It was designed for deep space exploration beyond the boundaries of charted systems. Its mission, to probe the mysteries of the galaxy and find humanity's place in the cosmos. Captain Mira Voss had always been a dreamer, the kind of person who looked up at the stars as a child and wondered not just about what was out there but what it could mean. The Erebus was her command, and she bore the responsibility with pride. Alongside her crew of 10, a mix of brilliant scientists, engineers, and explorers, Miro sought the unknown with a fiery determination. After months of uneventful travel, scanning barren worlds and empty star systems, the Erebus stumbled upon something extraordinary, a Dyson sphere. The structure was massive, dwarfing anything humanity could conceive. Encasing a star, it shimmered with a lattice of black and silver, absorbing and redistributing energy in ways the Erebus's sensors struggled to comprehend. The discovery alone was monumental, proof that advanced civilizations existed, or had once existed, far beyond humanity's understanding. But as they approached, something unexpected happened. The Erebus triggered an activation sequence. Massive segments of the Dyson sphere lit up, casting the nearby space in a brilliant kaleidoscope of colors. Holographic symbols, unreadable but mesmerizing, flickered across the Erebus's hull. The ship's AI struggled to interpret them, piecing together fragments of data. What became clear was that the sphere wasn't just an energy collector, it was a repository of knowledge, an archive of countless civilizations that had existed before humanity. The crew was awestruck, but all quickly turned to panic as the sphere began transmitting vast amounts of information directly into the Erebus. Captain Voss ordered the crew to decipher as much as possible while ensuring the ship's systems remained stable. What they uncovered was staggering: maps of ancient galactic trade routes, blueprints for technology that defied current physics, and even genetic data for species long extinct. The Dyson sphere was more than a marvel, it was a library, a legacy of the universe's collective history. But there was more. Among the data was a distress signal, a plea for help encoded millennia ago. It warned of a cataclysmic event, a force known only as the entropy wave, that consumed and destabilized stars. The last civilization to interact with the sphere had tried to halt it and failed. Their final act was to encode their warning, hoping another species would rise to meet the challenge. Humanity now held the key. The Erebus returned to Earth with its payload of knowledge, sparking a golden age of advancement, but the warning loomed large. The entropy wave was real, and it was coming. The discoveries made possible by the Dyson sphere gave humanity a fighting chance: new propulsion systems, energy shields, and the beginnings of understanding the fabric of space-time itself. For the first time, humanity wasn't just exploring the galaxy, it was shaping its destiny. As fleets were built and alliances forged, the Erebus was remembered as the ship that changed everything. A single scout vessel, crewed by dreamers and pioneers, had found not just humanity's place in the stars but its purpose, to protect the universe itself. And so, humanity prepared to stand against the entropy wave, united by the belief that the cosmos was not just a place to explore but a legacy to defend. Would you like any additions or adjustments to the story? Here's the continuation of the story. Chapter 2, The Gathering Storm. Years had passed since the Erebus returned with the treasures of the Dyson sphere. Humanity's understanding of the universe had leapt centuries ahead, fueled by the alien knowledge stored within the archives. Earth became the hub of a new interstellar coalition as humanity reached out to other intelligent species in the galaxy, using the maps and records from the Dyson sphere to establish contact. But not all species welcomed humanity's discoveries. For some, the knowledge of the entropy wave dredged up ancient fears, while others doubted humanity's ability to rally against such a threat. The first meeting of the Galactic Concordance was a chaotic affair. Dozens of species sent emissaries to discuss the impending doom. The assembly was held aboard Solace, a newly constructed station orbiting Earth, a marvel of human engineering and alien ingenuity. Captain Mira Voss, now an admiral in the United Galactic Fleet, stood before the council. Her once curious eyes now held the steely resolve of someone who had seen the stakes of the cosmos. The entropy wave is real, she began, her voice firm. We've decoded the trajectory. It will reach the inner spiral in less than 50 years, destabilizing entire star systems. If we do nothing, billions of lives will be lost. A murmuring of translated voices echoed through the chamber. Some species, like the crystalline Olerics and the gas-dwelling Saluthians, were eager to unite. Others, such as the warlike Cronoth and the isolationist Aleph, scoffed. Why should we risk our resources for a human discovery? Snarled Raxa, the Cronoth representative. Perhaps this is your burden to bear. Miro stared him down, her gaze unwavering. If the wave consumes your systems, will your fleets stop it? Your weapons? Your pride? The entropy wave is indifferent to who it destroys. We survive together, or we perish alone. Her words struck a chord with some, though not all. After weeks of heated debate, the Concordance reluctantly agreed to form a coalition. The project was dubbed Aegis Initiative, its goal, to construct the largest fleet the galaxy had ever seen, outfitted with the Dyson Sphere's advanced technology. Chapter 3, The Race Against Time. The construction of the Aegis fleet was a monumental effort. Orbital shipyards around human and allied worlds worked tirelessly. New forms of propulsion, derived from the Dyson Sphere's data, allowed for faster-than-light travel through space-time folds. Massive energy shields were developed to withstand the destabilizing effects of the entropy wave. Mira oversaw the operation from Solace. She often felt the weight of the task before her but was buoyed by the resilience of humanity and its allies. The Erebus, now retired, had become a symbol of hope and determination, its name etched into the minds of billions. But the entropy wave wasn't waiting. As predicted, smaller waves, precursors to the main event, began to ripple through the galaxy, destabilizing stars and collapsing colonies. The Cronoth lost 2 of their border worlds, forcing their leadership to fully commit to the initiative. Meanwhile, a discovery within the Dyson Sphere added urgency to the project. Buried deep within its archives, scientists uncovered records of another ancient race, the Exa, who had attempted to stop the wave eons ago. They had constructed vast, planet-sized engines designed to generate a counterwave of stability. However, their efforts had failed, and their civilization was consumed. Humanity and its allies resolved to succeed where the Exa had not. The new counterwave engines would not just stabilize stars, they would reshape the very fabric of space, creating safe corridors for the fleet to operate. Chapter 4, The Battle Begins. The entropy wave's arrival was as terrifying as predicted. Its approach was marked by the dimming of stars, their light swallowed by the wave's chaotic energy. Entire systems were plunged into darkness, their inhabitants left vulnerable. The Aegis fleet, now millions strong, assembled at the edge of the inner spiral. Mira, aboard the flagship Erebus Ascendant, stood ready to lead. The fleet comprised not just human ships but vessels from every allied species. Even the Cronoth had brought their war fleets, their bluster replaced by grim determination. As the wave approached, the fleet deployed the counterwave engines. Massive bursts of energy rippled outward, clashing with the chaotic forces of the entropy wave. Space itself seemed to groan under the strain, and the battle was unlike anything ever seen. For weeks, the fleet fought to hold back the wave, using every ounce of technology and ingenuity at their disposal. Myra's leadership was instrumental, her tactical brilliance turning the tide in key moments. Slowly but surely, the counterwave engines began to stabilize the affected systems. But the wave was relentless, and sacrifices were inevitable. Entire squadrons were lost holding the line, their names etched into the annals of history. Chapter 5, A New Dawn. After months of relentless effort, the entropy wave was finally halted. The galaxy was scarred but alive, its inhabitants united by a shared purpose. The Aegis fleet returned as heroes, their victory a testament to the power of collaboration and resilience. Mira Voss, now a legend, retired to Earth, content to watch the galaxy she helped save flourish. The Dyson Sphere, still orbiting its distant star, remained a beacon of knowledge and hope, a reminder that humanity's greatest strength was its ability to dream, to discover, and to unite. And though the entropy wave was defeated, the galaxy knew one thing: humanity had earned its place among the stars. Would you like more details on a specific part of the story? Here's the continuation of the story. Chapter 6, Echoes of the Wave. The victory over the entropy wave was celebrated across the galaxy, but its scars remained. Entire star systems were gone, their worlds consumed by the chaos. The Galactic Concordance, once a fragile alliance, had solidified into a true coalition, bound by the shared trauma of survival. Admiral Mira Voss, though retired, was not at peace. The Dyson Sphere's archives still held secrets, some too dangerous to reveal. One fragment in particular haunted her, a message buried in the records of the Exa, detailing a second threat, a force they had called the Horizon Singularity. This new danger was described as a phenomenon even more devastating than the entropy wave. Unlike the wave, which destabilized stars, the Horizon Singularity consumed space itself, erasing entire sectors of the galaxy. The Exa had discovered its existence too late, their records ending abruptly. Mira couldn't ignore the warning, though she had earned her rest. She returned to Solace and called for a secret meeting of the Concordance leadership. Chapter 7, The Silent Threat. We defeated the wave, Mira began, her voice calm but firm, but the Dyson Sphere's creators didn't build it for that alone. There's something else out there, something worse. The Council, now composed of hardened veterans and brilliant strategists, listened intently. Among them was Trevel, the Olorix scientist who had helped decode the Dyson Sphere's archives, and General Vraxa, the Chronoth leader who had earned Mira's respect during the battle against the wave. Trevel projected a hologram of the archived message. The alien symbols, now partially translated, described the Horizon Singularity as a galactic extinction event. It moved unpredictably, leaving no survivors, and its origin was unknown. Vraxa growled, his crystalline armor glinting under the chamber's lights. You're saying we've traded one death for another? Mira shook her head. No, we've bought ourselves time. The Exa's data suggests the singularity moves slowly, centuries, maybe millennia, before it reaches this region. But if we wait until it's at our doorstep, it'll be too late. The council debated long into the night. Some argued that the galaxy had already paid too high a price, that it needed time to rebuild. Others, spurred by Mira's warnings, advocated for immediate action. In the end, they reached a compromise. A new initiative, codenamed Project Horizon, would be launched to investigate and, if possible, neutralize the singularity. It would be led by a hand-picked team of scientists, explorers, and tacticians, drawn from every species. Chapter 8, Into the Unknown. The Horizon Vanguard was humanity's most ambitious creation yet. Built using knowledge from the Dyson Sphere, it was part ship, part research station, and capable of traversing the most hostile regions of space. Mira, despite her initial reluctance, agreed to lead the mission. The call of the unknown was too strong to resist. Her crew included Trevel, whose brilliance was unmatched, and an unlikely ally, Vraxa, who had insisted on joining. The Horizon Vanguard launched into uncharted space, following faint traces of the singularity detected in the Dyson Sphere's maps. Their journey was fraught with peril, unstable wormholes, rogue stars, and remnants of civilizations destroyed by the wave. But the greatest challenge was what they found at the edge of the galaxy, a massive structure, larger than the Dyson Sphere, pulsating with dark energy. It's a conduit, Trevel whispered, his crystalline form shimmering with unease. A gate, perhaps, or something worse. The structure appeared dormant, but as the Horizon Vanguard approached, it began to activate. Symbols similar to those on the Dyson Sphere flickered across its surface, and the ship's sensors went haywire. Mira ordered a cautious retreat, but it was too late. A burst of energy enveloped the Horizon Vanguard, and the crew found themselves in a region of space unlike any they had ever seen. Stars hung frozen, their light distorted. The fabric of reality itself seemed to ripple. We're inside the event horizon, Trevel said, his voice trembling. This is where the singularity begins. Chapter 9, The Seeds of Hope. Trapped within the anomaly, the crew of the Horizon Vanguard discovered something astonishing. The structure wasn't just a harbinger of doom, it was a tool, created by an ancient race to study the singularity. The Dyson Sphere, the Exa's counterwave engines, and even the Concordance's technology paled in comparison to what they found within the structure. Detailed schematics revealed a potential method to neutralize the singularity, a chain reaction that could stabilize the anomaly and prevent its expansion. But the process would require sacrifices. The Horizon Vanguard itself would have to become part of the stabilizing mechanism, its crew trapped within the anomaly forever. Mira faced the hardest decision of her life. Her crew, loyal and courageous, volunteered without hesitation. "We've come this far," Vraxa said, his deep voice steady. "If this is the cost of saving the galaxy, so be it." Mira nodded, her heart heavy. "Then let's make it count." Chapter 10, The Legacy of the Vanguard. The crew of the Horizon Vanguard initiated the chain reaction, their ship becoming a beacon of stability within the chaos. As the anomaly began to collapse, a final transmission was sent back to the Concordance. "This is Admiral Mira Voss of the Horizon Vanguard. We've found a way to stop the Horizon Singularity. The galaxy is safe, for now. Remember us not as heroes, but as explorers who dared to dream." The transmission ended, and the anomaly disappeared. Back on Solace, the Concordance received the message with a mixture of sorrow and gratitude. Statues were erected, and the names of the Horizon Vanguard crew were etched into the halls of every major world. The galaxy mourned their loss but thrived because of their sacrifice. United by their shared history, humanity and its allies forged a future brighter than any could have imagined, and the Horizon Vanguard became a legend, a story told across the stars, a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who dared to face the unknown. Would you like to explore the aftermath of the Horizon Vanguard's sacrifice or the broader galactic impact? Chapter 11, Rebirth Among the Stars. Decades passed since the sacrifice of the Horizon Vanguard. The galaxy entered an era of unprecedented unity and progress. The technology recovered from the Dyson sphere, combined with the lessons of the entropy wave and the Horizon Singularity, spurred a renaissance across countless civilizations. The Galactic Concordance, now more robust than ever, transformed from a temporary alliance into a permanent coalition. It governed not with an iron fist, but with a shared purpose, to safeguard the galaxy from future threats and nurture the advancement of all sentient life. On Earth, a monument stood in the heart of what was once the Sahara Desert, now a lush, terraformed oasis. It depicted the Horizon Vanguard ascending into the unknown, its crew immortalized in intricate detail. At its base, a simple inscription read, "They ventured into the abyss so we could inherit the stars." But while the galaxy celebrated peace, not everyone was content to let the story of the Horizon Vanguard end. Chapter 12, Whispers of the Abyss. Among the stars, rumors began to spread of strange anomalies reappearing in the regions once touched by the Horizon Singularity. Ships reported encountering ghostly echoes, energy signatures that resembled the Vanguard's final transmission. One such report came from an isolated research vessel, the Starseer, stationed near the galactic rim. Its captain, Aria Voss, the granddaughter of Mira Voss, had grown up with stories of her ancestors' bravery. Driven by a mix of duty and personal curiosity, she petitioned the Concordance to investigate. The council was divided. Some argued the risk was too great, fearing that tampering with the remnants of the Singularity could awaken another disaster. Others saw it as an opportunity to learn more about the anomaly and perhaps even uncover what became of the Horizon Vanguard. In the end, Aria's resolve won out. Chapter 13, The Vanguard's Echo. The Starseer set out with a small fleet of exploratory ships, armed with the latest advancements in sensor technology and shielding. They ventured into the regions where the anomalies had been reported. What they found defied all expectations. In the heart of a fractured nebula, a massive structure floated silently in the void. It bore the unmistakable design of the Dyson sphere's creators but was smaller and more intricate, as though crafted with precision rather than scale in mind. As the fleet approached, the structure began to respond, much like the Dyson sphere had decades earlier. Strange symbols illuminated its surface, and the Starseer's systems were flooded with data. But this time, there was a voice. "This is Admiral Mira Voss of the Horizon Vanguard." The crew froze, the voice clear and unmistakable. Aria's heart raced. This isn't possible, she's been gone for decades. The voice continued, fragmented but coherent. "If you're hearing this, then our mission succeeded, but not as we expected. The Singularity was not just an event, it was alive, it learned, and so did we. The Star-CRS scientists worked furiously to decode the message, piecing together a story that challenged everything they knew. The crew of the Horizon Vanguard had survived within the anomaly, not as physical beings but as something more. Their consciousness had merged with the Singularity's remnants, creating a sentient entity capable of stabilizing similar threats across the universe. But it was incomplete. The structure before them, which the Vanguard's echoes referred to as the Anchor Nexus, was the key to completing the transformation. Chapter 14, A New Frontier. With the Star-CRS help, the Nexus was activated. Beams of energy shot out into the void, stabilizing the fractured region of space. The voice of Mira Voss returned, clearer and more human. "We've become something new," she said, "not just explorers, but guardians of the galaxy. The Singularity taught us that the universe is full of wonders and dangers beyond comprehension. We are the first line of defense, and the last." Arya and her crew watched in awe as the Nexus began to repair the surrounding space, transforming it into a stable region teeming with new possibilities. "This isn't the end," Myra's voice concluded. "It's the beginning of a new chapter for all of us. Explore, learn, and remember, the stars are ours to protect." Chapter 15, Legacy Eternal. The discovery of the Anchor Nexus changed the galaxy once again. The knowledge that the Horizon Vanguard had not only survived but evolved into a new form of existence inspired countless new ventures into the unknown. The Concordance established a new branch, the Guardians of the Nexus, tasked with continuing the Vanguard's mission, exploring anomalies, neutralizing threats, and uncovering the mysteries of the universe. Arya Voss, now hailed as a hero in her own right, continued her journey, determined to honor her ancestors' legacy. She knew the galaxy was vast, with challenges yet to come, but she also knew that humanity, and its allies, were ready to face them. Because the stars belonged to those brave enough to reach for them, and the echoes of the Vanguard would guide them every step of the way. Would you like to explore a specific part of the Vanguard's Echo storyline or delve into Arya's adventures? Chapter 16, The Guardians Awaken. The activation of the Anchor Nexus signaled a new era for the galaxy, but it also unleashed questions that no one had answers to. While the Nexus stabilized the fractured space and re-established the Vanguard's presence as an enigmatic yet vital entity, it hinted at even greater truths. Arya Voss, now captain of the Concordance flagship Ecliptica, became a central figure in the newly formed Guardians of the Nexus. This division of the Galactic Concordance was tasked not only with protecting the galaxy but also with uncovering the full scope of the Dyson Sphere Creator's legacy. The Anchor Nexus emitted faint, recurring signals. These signals, decoded by the brightest minds in the galaxy, pointed toward three locations. 1. A rogue star system on the edge of the Andromeda Galaxy. 2. A collapsed neutron star surrounded by uncharted anomalies. 3. A void space with no stars, no light, just an infinite, impenetrable darkness. Each location carried a faint signature similar to the Nexus, suggesting they were tied to the Singularity or its creators. Chapter 17, The Andromeda Expedition. The first mission took Arya and her team to the rogue star system. It was an eerie journey, as the star was surrounded by shattered planets and debris fields. At the heart of this chaotic system, they discovered a massive, dormant structure resembling the Anchor Nexus. As they approached, the Ecliptica encountered strange gravitational anomalies. Time itself seemed to distort, with crew members reporting vivid, dreamlike experiences that felt like memories, not their own but belonging to beings long extinct. Inside the structure, they found evidence of a lost species, referred to as the Solarian. The Solarian were ancient allies of the Dyson Sphere's creators and had attempted to resist the Horizon Singularity's expansion in their region. However, their civilization fell before the Singularity's overwhelming force. Arya uncovered a key piece of information: the Singularity had not been a natural phenomenon. It was an artificial creation, a failed experiment in harnessing dark energy on a universal scale. Chapter 18, The Neutron Star Vault. The second destination, the collapsed neutron star, was even more perilous. The region was filled with bursts of high-energy radiation and gravitational tides capable of ripping apart entire fleets. The Guardians deployed specialized shielding and braved the dangers, eventually locating a hidden station orbiting the star. The station, automated and still operational, contained a treasure trove of data about the Dyson Sphere creators. The data revealed that the Dyson Sphere itself was merely one of many such constructs scattered across the universe. These structures served as waypoints in a vast network designed to counteract the effects of the singularity. The creators had planned for a coordinated effort spanning multiple galaxies, but their plans fell apart when the singularity evolved beyond their control. The station also revealed a grim truth: the creators hadn't perished. They had transcended physical form, merging their consciousness with the universal fabric in an attempt to stabilize the singularity from within. Chapter 19, The Void Beyond Light. The final and most daunting journey took the Ecliptica to the void space, a region of absolute darkness. Unlike any other location they had encountered, this void seemed to repel light and matter, creating an oppressive sense of nothingness. At its center, they discovered a singular point of light, a shimmering orb, small but impossibly bright, pulsating with raw energy. As the crew approached, the orb began to communicate, not with words, but through emotions and visions. The orb was the culmination of the creator's essence. It was their last hope, a fragment of their collective consciousness preserved to guide others who might face the singularity. Through the orb, Aria and her crew learned the true purpose of the Anchor Nexus and the Dyson Sphere network: to create a galactic-scale shield capable of isolating the singularity, containing its spread while allowing the rest of the universe to thrive. Chapter 20, The Final Mission. With the knowledge they had gained, the Guardians returned to the Anchor Nexus. The Vanguard's Echoes, now fully integrated with the Nexus, worked alongside the Guardians to implement the Creator's plans. The galaxy rallied once more. Every species contributed resources, expertise, and bravery to construct the necessary infrastructure. It was a monumental task, but one the galaxy embraced with determination. As the shield came online, a wave of calm spread across the stars. The singularity was contained, its chaotic influence neutralized. For the first time in millennia, the galaxy could look forward without fear of annihilation. Aria Voss stood at the helm of the Ecliptica, her ancestors' legacy now fully realized. The stars were brighter than ever, a reminder of the sacrifices and triumphs that had shaped the galaxy's path. And though the work of the Guardians of the Nexus would never truly be done, they knew one thing for certain: humanity, alongside its allies, had altered the universe forever, and the future was theirs to write. Would you like to explore the origins of the singularity further or expand on the Guardians' adventures?